No easy answers for NFL, but changes needed in concussion protocol. IRVING, Texas - fix the NFL's concussion problem. Talks cheap. Blow up the whole flippin protocol and set up a program and guidelines that will truly make the game safer. It's easy to say. But in this game, massive men slammed their bodies into each other, some of them moving at the speed of world-class sprinters. Many players describe this game as a car wreck on every play. There's nothing safe about football in its current form. Concussions are going to happen. The league's medical experts can conduct studies on brain injuries, which can have longer-lasting effects than a torn ACL or broken leg. Executives can outlaw violent hits. But expectations for a 100% foolproof concussion protocol seem unrealistic. Sunday's handling of Houston Texans quarterback Tom Savage served as a chilling reminder of just how dangerous the game is. It also served as a sobering reminder that everyone, the NFL, teams, coaches, medical staffs and players, have to do a better job on their respective fronts. More. Giants owner John Mara acknowledges NFL's mistakes in Russell Wilson, Tom Savage incidents. More. NFL MVP tracker, can Carson Wentz hang on despite season-ending knee injury? We shouldn't have seen Savage going back into the game a short time after he was twitching on the ground. Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson shouldn't have taken a blow to the chin in Week 10 and then found a way back onto the field only seconds later before team and independent medical personnel could administer proper tests to identify concussion symptoms. There were some mistakes made, Giants owner John Mara said on Wednesday after sitting in a session where members of the NFL Health and Safety Advisory Committee discussed for 90 minutes the details of both the ongoing investigations into the handling of the Wilson and Savage concussion incidents. And San Francisco 49ers co-chairman John York described such breakdowns, as Mara also called them, troubling. "We have numerous meetings to go over the protocol with everybody involved," York told USA Today Sports after the meetings concluded. "I think we have gotten stronger. But it's devastating and embarrassing that, like those cases, it doesn't work perfectly, even though it does on almost every case. This year we have seen 502 concussion evaluations, not concussions, but evaluations for them, and those two are the only two that were mishandled. But those are two too many," York said. "The owners and the league want to get this right. The NFL has dedicated millions of dollars to both studying head trauma and finding ways to limit concussions and better treat players who have sustained them. The current protocol was designed with 4 years of research as the foundation. The quest for improvement remains ongoing." According to York, all parties involved are steadily becoming more educated on concussions, which can occur in a variety of ways. But it seems improvements in detection and monitoring aren't arriving quickly enough. If a fan watching on TV can observe Savage twitching, how can the quarterback be allowed to continue playing? The booth spotter, each team has one assigned, doesn't have access to all the television replays that fans do at home, but they should. Time is also an issue, though. The spotter initially is watching action down on the field, but then turns to the screen and quickly has to cut clips of injury plays and send them down to the sideline to the team's medical staff. Replays can go missed, particularly because there might have been another player injured on the same play, York pointed out. In the case of Savage, the camera initially focused on an injured defensive lineman and shortly after moved on to the quarterback. Should each team have 2 spotters assigned, one watching real-time action and the other following television replays? Sounds smart. Should there be a second sideline spotter on each sideline? An additional trainer to ensure a player doesn't slip off and back onto the field like Wilson did? Why not? But players also must share some of the responsibility, as should coaches. The natural inclination for many players is to shake it off and keep rolling. Wins, jobs and money are on the line. But the mindset has to change. Players must be more honest with how they are feeling. However, in some cases, a player isn't aware things aren't right, and that's where they need help from their coaches, trainers and the independent spotters. Texans coach Bill O'Brien said he didn't think Savage looked right upon his return to action, so he asked doctors to check the quarterback again. But it shouldn't have taken a second look. Yes, concussion symptoms can take minutes, hours, or even a day to hit. Perhaps the protocol should expand to restricting any player checked for a concussion to sit out a more extensive period of time. A quarter? A half? The rest of the game? Such discussions, along with the search for new detection technology and improved equipment, remain ongoing, York says. But the cultivation and implementation of what everyone hopes to be a nearly perfect protocol will take more time and a collective effort. We don't want any concussions. But there are concussions, York said. It's making sure they are handled properly. We're trying to get it right. Follow Mike Jones on Twitter @ByMikeJones. Photos, NFL Week 15 Power Rankings.